17th July 2020. Flood was caused due to heavy rain in Assam and rising level of Brahmaputra. 1.6 million people were affected. 2,200 villages were under water and 87,000 hectares of crop area were damaged. More than 50% of the area of Kaziranga National Park and Pobitora Wildlife Sanctuary are affected by floods. In 2019, 5.2 million people were affected approximately. In 2018, some 4.5 lakhs and in 2017, 5 lakhs people were affected. Assam has almost become synonymous with floods. Each year, the state witnesses devastation caused by the overflowing of the Brahmaputra river, the mighty river which flows through the entire state and its numerous tributaries. Today, I will discuss about the causes for the floods in Assam and how to prevent them. So without any further ado, let's get started. Due to the state's fluvial landscape, Assam witnesses flood every year in the monsoon season, which often results in loss of lives and damage to crops. According to the report of ASDMA, over 2.4 lakh hectares of agricultural land has been affected in Assam so far, while 3,014 villages are underwater. Nearly 54 lakh people have been affected across 30 districts of Assam due to massive flooding, and 76 people have lost their lives in this disaster. Nearly 85% of the park's total area has been submerged by the relentless Brahmaputra river, and 96 animals have died as a result, according to the daily flood report released by the park authorities. While floods are an annual occurrence in the state of Assam, the past 2 years have proven especially worrisome for the national park. Almost the entire park has submerged for the second year in a row, putting the survival of many species at danger. Now let's discuss the causes which influence the increase in frequency of those floods. Brahmaputra River. Brahmaputra River is the major cause behind floods in Assam. The river Brahmaputra that flows through Assam is a very unstable river. It changes its direction a lot. In 1950s, an earthquake had hit the northeastern part of India. After that, the river Brahmaputra has become more unstable. Deforestation. Deforestation is another biggest reason behind the flood in Assam. The roots of trees hold the soil under them. This prevents soil erosion and conditions like flood. Barren land near river bank supports outward movement of water from river. Unplanned growth. Developmental infrastructures like factories, industries have been built near river bank. This does not provide proper space for the river to flow. Such unplanned growth leads to high chances of flood. Climate change. Due to human conditions, climate changes is happening all around the world. Uncertainty in weather conditions also influences flood. Planting more and more trees might retard the climate change. Failure of embankment. Embankments are built near the river bank in order to prevent the flow of water beyond river bank. Therefore, embankments should be built with proper care. Sometimes a small mistake in building the embankment break the whole embankment. The sponge city. The sponge city indicates a particular type of city that does not act like an impermeable system that allowing any water to filter through the ground, but more like a sponge actually absorbs the rainwater, which is then naturally filtered by the soil and allowed to reach into urban aquifers. This allows for the extraction of water from the ground, urban or peri-urban wells. This water can be easily treated and used for the city water supply. This leads to better resilience and in particular greater ability to deal with high flood risk resulting from climate change. Preventing embankment breaching. Strong embankments should be made at river bank. Embankment the river water to go out of its mainstream flow. Therefore, it becomes necessary for the government to spend more money on embankments, especially in flood-prone areas like Assam. However, environmentalists say that the excessive embankments can even be fatal. By far, Netherlands has some of the best flood defenses in the world. Now let us know what are flood control measures taken by Netherlands. Flood control is an important issue for the Netherlands as due to its low elevation, approximately two-thirds of its area is vulnerable to flooding while the country is densely populated. River dikes prevent flooding from water flowing into the country by the major river Rhine and Meuse, while a complicated system of drainage, disc canal and pumping stations keep the low-lying part dry for habitation and agriculture. Water control boards are independent local bodies responsible for maintaining this system. In our opinion, government should stop the developmental projects near Brahmaputra River. On a human level, people should plant more and more trees near riverbank so that balance can be maintained in the ecosystem. What do you think, friends? We will be glad to know your point of view on this issue. Let us know your opinion in the comment section. Lastly, if you find this video informative, please like and share this video. Until next time, from Team Intellectual Being.